back against the wall. When the rap is just my life story. From night to morning, it's lots of prayer and God's glory. Y'all corny and everybody that came before me. When I'm performing, a host of angels start swarming. It's revelations.
Peace, peace, peace. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Back at it again. This is the Christmas special. Happy holidays to you all. So I come to you today to basically speak about the origins of Christmas. I see a lot of people, talking about Christmas, but they don't, I don't believe that they speak about it in its very true origin and root. Okay, see a lot of people online bashing Christmas, and I'm not here to tell you what not to celebrate. I really don't care. But yeah, you got people who get a little bit of information from a religious perspective, and they call Christmas the pagan holiday, this holiday the pagan holiday. And what I want to let you all know is that these holidays, or these things that you call holidays, they have an origin, and their origin is rooted in astronomy. Okay, just to make it plain and simple. And I was watching a clip the other day. It was from some show on national TV. I forget, like a news outlet, maybe Good Morning America or something like that. They was talking about the origin of Christmas, and it was Roman this, Roman that, Roman this, and they basically called it pagan, and they just attributed everything about Christmas to the Romans. And if you're new to my channel, then what I would say to you from this point may be new to you, but not new to anybody who's been tuning in, is that we know that the Romans and the Greeks, we knew who they received their knowledge from. We know who educated them. Okay, so when you say something is Roman or Greek, we have to put it under the what is it called? The magnifying glass. I'm sorry. We gotta put it under the magnifying glass and look at it a little closely to really see if this is really theirs or not. All right. There is a reason. Let me say that there is a reason why Christmas is during what you would call the winter solstice. There is a reason for that, and there is a reason why Christ is born, or this is perceived to be the birthday of Christ during the winter solstice. Okay, so we're talking about astronomy. So when we talk about astronomy, and we're talking about going back thousands and thousands of years, well, who were the ancient masters of astronomy? In a good book I would like to refer you to, I haven't read this book in many years, is this book here, The Egyptian Code. And it was through reading this book, is where I figured out the origins of Christmas, and it all clicked in so clear. All right, it all clicked in so clear. So Christmas, the first thing that they would attribute to Christmas, and the first thing that they would attribute to being pagan, is the tree, which is a common custom of Christmas, is the tree. You take the tree, you decorate the tree, so on and so forth. But you got to understand that Christmas tree is symbolism of the tree of life. All right. Now, it's a very specific reason why they're using the tree that they're using, of course, because it's a custom to a certain particular people in a certain particular place. But the tree itself is a symbol of the tree of life. and at the top, well, first thing you need to know that the first place that the tree of life, okay, that you can find in its oldest, in its root form, is in the very same place where I'm telling you that Christmas is the origin and the root of Christmas. Okay, so the tree is the tree of life. What is the tree of life? The tree of life. Oh man, this could. I'm making a video. I'm making a video. Okay, so this tree of life, right? The tree of life. You may have been introduced to the tree of life through Jewish mysticism, through what they call the Kabbalah. Okay, and what is the tree of life? Well, the tree of life it's a family tree. It's a family tree, and it is essentially it is as above, so below. Okay, it is the body. It is the body, and in Kabbalah what they call the Adam Kadmon. This is the body of what you may call God. Just in simpler terms, this is the body of what you may call God. But man was created in who? In His image. So this is as above, so below. Okay, so your body is created in His likeness, in the same way as of Him. Okay, so you are a miniature form. Okay, and so the tree of life. So at the top of the tree you will put the star, which is the Keter, which is the crown, which is the highest point or the highest aspect of that tree, or the tree of life. You understand what I'm saying? And you put the wreaths around the tree, and you got the bulbs that symbolize the Sephiroth, or they can symbolize the chakra, you know, the wheels of light, the chakras. You understand what I'm saying? And the wreaths can symbolize the pathways. All right, well, what they call in Kabbalah, the Sephiroth, the 32 pathways, or in the Hindu tradition, the Shushima, the Kundalini. All right, the spiraling energy. All right, that travels along the nervous, the spine. All right, so and so the origins of Christmas. All right, the origins of Christmas. The origins of Christmas. The origins of Christmas is. It goes back to Egypt. It goes back to Egypt, and it's dealing with the Sirius star, the star Sirius. All right, and what took place in Egypt was that the Nile River was a source of life. Okay, for those people, and they was able to identify that when the Sirius star system rose, at that particular time of the year, it marked the flooding of the Nile. And when the Nile flooded, it brought salvation to the land, it brought crops, and it created a good harvest throughout the year. Okay, but also they had a calendar, and they had a yearly calendar, and in this yearly calendar, well, they had their months was 3 weeks, and they had 10 days in a week, and they didn't have they had 360 days. They didn't have the 1 1/4 day left over. It was even, and the last 5 days was devoted to what you would call a netter, or what you would call a divine principle. And the last 5 days of the year, each netter got a day. All right, and this is how they ended the year. All right, and it's simple and easy to see that this tradition lives on today. And and Jesus is born when the sun is being born again in the winter solstice, because in the winter solstice, of course, I'm pretty sure everybody knows that the sun is being birthed again, because it's beginning to get stronger from the winter solstice. From that point, the sun is going to begin to get stronger and stronger from that point on. All right, so it's the birth of the sun. So this is like the birth of Christ, because Christ is also not only just, but also associated with the sun. And in ancient times, and back in the time of Egypt, it was Heru Akati, which was the birth of the sun. Okay, so and so there are a lot of us who, through religious indoctrination, don't have any connection to Egypt, all right, whatsoever. And so if they hear something like this, it means nothing, because to them, ancient Egyptians is just a foreign people. But for some of us, we recognize and understand that ancient Egyptians are in fact our ancestors, who also played an enormous part on the way the world is being ran today. Well, not necessarily the way the world is being ran today, but I guess you could say gave the world game, gave the world knowledge, gave the world knowledge of astronomy, gave the world knowledge of religion, okay, and science, and mathematics, and so essentially, this is what Christmas is. This is what Christmas is really about. And so what happens is, as other cultures, assimilate with the knowledge and the information, they're going to do it in a way to make it theirs. Everybody don't rock everything the same. They don't do so. The core root is still there, but it's dressed up in somebody else's perceptions. And since that it's dressed up in somebody else's perception, you no longer understand your connection to it. And essentially that's what it is. You no longer understand your connection to it. Now, if you're a person that reads religious books, and you take that religious book literally, there's nothing I can do for you. All I can tell you is that, dig into the archives, and hopefully you'll start to begin to understand some things. But it was through the Romans. However, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna shut down. It was through the Romans. The reason why you take a book like the Bible literally. Okay, Jesus was never meant to be taken literally. Okay, you got to understand. Jesus was just another form of. He was kind of like Heru and Osiris mixed in one, and some other things, some other places mixed in there. You know what I mean? And through times of these people taking rule and wanting to control the people in a specific way, that religion began to form itself more and more and more. I just read something the other day that it wasn't up until 600 AD, or I believe it was 650 AD is when they actually put a man on the cross. Before then, it was supposedly just a lamb on the cross. So the ancients, or the ancient priesthood, dealt with astronomy, and they was connected with the universe. You know, he talks about in this book the alignments, you know, of the Great Pyramid and things of that nature. I think he also talks about how it was a chamber in one of those pyramids, and that chamber was directly aligned. I believe it was the king's chamber. Excuse me if I'm making a mistake, but it was the king's chamber was directly aligned to the Sirius star. All right, and these people that have pyramids and temples and things of that nature that's directly in line with alignments with the sun. You know, that at a specific time of the year, you know, the sun rays would shine in at a specific place, and maybe on a specific statue. As you can see, you know, I believe it's in South America, where I can't pronounce Quetzalcoatl. I can't pronounce his name. They say this where the KKK. I believe that it's talked about in this book right here. They say that's where the KKK got the idea from their name, but I don't really choose to really want to talk about the KKK. I just thought it was an interesting fact. But yeah, I don't really care to talk about that. But yeah, the temple that's associated with, I can't pronounce his name, Quetzalcoatl, at a Pacific time, the alignment when the sun rises, it looks like a snake is traveling up this step pyramid. Okay, so it's very interesting when you study the past and you study these civilizations, and you really see that these people were astronomers. They were astronomers, and they, you know, and the above so below was very real to them. All right, it's very real to them. And not only that, it's being, you know, these ancient civilizations is being portrayed as primitive, and they're being, they want to make you believe that because times has moved forward, that man has became greater. And honestly, that's only just a perception. You know, that's only a perception, because if you just really look in the past, you just see a great history left in stone. That's all you see. You know, you see like who were these people? You know, it's a profound mystery, and they really are downplaying it. They really are downplaying you know, the ancient past, the ancient history. They downplaying that. So this was my Christmas special. I just wanted to shed light on that. I just kind of wanted to drop a bomb on what you have been hearing and what you will hear, and the nonsense that people talk, and the nonsense that people is going to say. They want to blast Christmas. They want to call it the pagan holiday. You know, they want to do all these things, but they don't want to go into the root, into the beginning, and show, you know, what paved the way for what you call Christmas. You know, what paved the way of what you call Christmas, and who, you know, shine their light on the world through their knowledge and through their information. You know, and so next time you hear somebody blasting Christmas, calling it the pagan holiday, attributing it to Rome, or just calling it something evil, tell them to shut them up. Tell them to shut up and refer them to this video, or refer them to my videos. That's it, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Back against the wall, when the rap is just my life story. From night to morning, it's lots of prayer and God's glory. Y'all corny and everybody that came before me. When I'm performing, a host of angels start swarming. It's revelations, meditations, levitations. I rule the underground like a king in the basement. Temptations, spaz on rappers that's faking. You know I bust a bumper clot like my ass Jamaican. I feel the city is mine for the taking. Why not radiate? I know they can't relate. Posed to be a G, but eat food on the dinner plate. Food on the interstate, they wait on you with the weight. It's over with one mistake. My language is sacred, a weapon, melodic message. Rappers full of stories like the young and restless. I'm full of energy, charged up, young Tesla.
I do not run with none of them niggas. None of them niggas. None of them niggas. I do not run with none of them niggas. None of them niggas. None of them niggas. I do not run with none of them niggas. None of them niggas. None of them niggas. I do not run with none of them niggas. None of them niggas. None of them niggas.
From niggas to guys, against all lies. John 10:34. When shit get hard, I got the soul of an ancient one. Spirit like a Malcolm son. You never heard me spit weak bars. You're inferior. My bloodline is of ancient Lemuria. Ball of Samaria. Pit like terrier. Getting that ass like skits. Oh, I'm telling ya, I was courageous. Received secret teachers of all ages. Deciphered every code on all pages. While you busy running game like a ball player, I received messages of light from all angles. Dark matter, quantum entangled. Snapped a photo over my head and seen the halo. Was a new gangster, third genius with a bankroll. Smoother than the finger roll, I'm something like a king. My demeanor, something never seen.
I do not run with none of them niggas. None of them niggas. None of them niggas. I do not run with none of them niggas. None of them niggas. None of them niggas. I do not run with none of them niggas. None of them niggas. None of them niggas. I do not run with none of them